Hello everyone! Welcome to FQ Live, episode 14. Thank you to everyone who has been following this series. I got a message last weekend and she said that she did an FQ Live marathon over the weekend, so now she knows how to explain sunk cost fallacy, myopic loss aversion, and ego depletion. Congratulations to you. I suggest that you pay it forward by teaching it to someone else. My article topic for today is about relationship status. Do you realize how many relationship types we already have these days? If you check your Facebook status, it ranges from single to in a relationship, in an open relationship, all the way to it's complicated. And you know, the other day, when I Googled it, there's more. Let me share some with you. There's a status that says talking, kinda talking, something but nothing, confused, being led on by someone. Tapos nakakatawa. Ito, I think you all know this, guys. No boyfriend or girlfriend since birth. Meron ding bitter, forever alone, and many, many more. Grabe, relationships can really be very, very complicated. And it's the same when it comes to our relationship with money. That is going to be our topic for today. And I'm so happy that we have a special guest to join our discussion today. My sister from another mother, the co-anchor and the managing editor of ANC On The Money. Let's all welcome Salve Duplito. Yoo-hoo! Hello, sister.
So good to see you finally.
Yes.
Taken so long
Oo
for this
nga
meeting
eh.
to happen.
Okay, so marami tayong pagkukwentuhan ngayon.
Yes.
Bumati ka sa iyong
Hello
fans.
everyone! Happy to see you and hope that you will stick with us until the end.
Oh yeah.
This
This is going to
Facebook Live
be
session.
this is going to be a very interesting discussion, relationship status.
Yes.
By the way, before we go to money, nakailang relationship ka
Oh
ba
my
dyan?
gosh. Dalawa lang, Besh.
Dalawa lang. Two
Two only. Very young ako nag-asawa. So, dapat lang talaga. Two lang. Di ba? Kung nakalima ako nun, parang weird na.
Dangerous,
Yes.
Hindi ka naman nag-grade school relationship?
Wala. Siyempre, crush. MU.
Oh yeah, of course. MU. Oo.
Wala ka nun kanina.
Oo.
Kasi naman pang Thunders na yun.
Oo nga eh. Pero, you know, I remember before MU, di ba, it's supposed to be mutual understanding. Pero it's more of magulong usapan.
That's true. Totoo naman.
Sabi na ibang mukhang unggoy.
Wait, sana siya lang. Hindi ako kasama.
So anyway, relationship, syempre, we know that Salve is... Ay, oo nga pala.
I forgot, sorry.
Okay. Malakas naman ang boses.
Tama.
And we all know that Salve is happily married
Yes.
to the dead ringer for bamboo na si Dan Duplito. Hello, Dan. Salve, kwentuhan mo
Sabay
naman.
naman.
Oo, kamay ayos naman. Bigla na pa-pretty naalala si Honey, di ba? Hello na rin to my Honey. Parang love story.
Baka doon mapunta.
Sige, so punta na tayo ngayon sa relationship with money.
Okay.
How's your relationship with money now?
Now.
Yes.
Okay. Like any relationship, it has stages. No?
Yes.
Now, I am more confident and parang it's no longer something that you crave for to the exclusion of everything else. Parang now, kung nandyan, okay. If it's not there, I'm also okay because
Yes.
I can still earn it. If I lose everything today,
Uh-huh.
I can live on kamote tops tomorrow. It's
Yeah.
fine. Alam mo yun? Parang, it's no longer something because there were stages where you worked so hard for it, diba? Kasi you have goals,
Yeah.
you want to provide for your family, and since I wanted to stay home with the children, I didn't want to take on all of those high-paying jobs that people
Yeah.
offered me where I needed to go to the office
I hear
every
you,
day,
girl.
diba? Tama, pareho tayo ng
Diba?
journey.
Oo.
Pero ngayon, parang I'm more relaxed about it. Okay, ayan. We're
So
back
we are
on.
back. I wonder
Yes.
where we stopped. We were talking about the current relationship, relationship status of Salve
Yeah.
with money. Ano?
Yes,
So you're saying
yes.
you're now in a rather relaxed,
More relaxed
relationship
relationship.
status. But you know,
More confident na.
but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's go back because
Okay.
this is what I always say to my workshop participants. No, before you can really have a great relationship with money, you have to understand where you are now.
Yes.
And it usually entails going down your childhood money memory lane, di ba? And you've shared some with yung ating,
With you.
remember that MMK.
Yun yung
MMK.
first time na lumabas ang aking life story.
Oh,
with,
you know,
with
I
your
reread
column.
it this morning. And it still tugs my heart. So, it depends on you now how you'd like to narrate that journey, especially for those who haven't really read that particular piece.
Okay.
Na?
Yeah, when you asked me about that, I remember that interview. We were just, it was just a girlfriend night out, no? And then you asked me about
all the way to
my
dinner.
Past life. That's right. Parang hapon, tapos dinner na tapos.
Inabutan na tayo ni Marvin.
Tama, nag-date kayo. Anyway, I told Rose that I grew up in a very poor family. My dad was really landed in his town.
Asendero siya.
Asendero. In his town, because the Ibanez was my original last name. In his town, his family was one of the richest. But because my mom and dad nga separated.
Yeah, at an early age of
I was 5 years old.
5 years old, yes.
I was 5 years old. They had problems na before that, but when I turned 5, they finally separated. My mom decided to be an highly independent, strong woman.
Diba?
Yes.
I salute you. I met your mom and I was so, when I meet moms like that, parang, oh my gosh.
Yes. And until now, I'm still in awe of her.
Yes.
Kasi she
How old
stays
is she
awesome.
now?
87 na siya.
Oh my God. Uy, naalala ko si Mudra Bells. My mom was 87. Okay, pala sila. No, anyway, baka maiba. So, when they separated at age 5.
So, when they separated at age 5, I grew up already in an atmosphere where money was very
tight.
difficult. It was really tight.
You were the youngest, right?
I was the youngest, and then the shift from living in a huge house, a huge 2-story house with balconies and airy and everything else was beautiful, and then we had to live in a very cramped house in the city.
Renting it, probably. Or you bought it naman.
I'm not sure anymore. I think we were renting the land. But we constructed the house in the province.
You were leasing the land.
And it was a very small house. Lawanit yung dingding. And even,
Bahay kubo?
Bahay kubo. Pero bahay kubo na 2-story because my mom was very enterprising. She turned the second floor into little rooms which she rented out also.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, so that it
the
helped
original
with,
bed and breakfast. Diba?
Hindi nga bed and breakfast bed and the entire semester. Kasi students.
So
we were
long-term ang
yes,
kanyang mga...
we were living near the Bicol University.
Yes.
Bicol
you went to
University
school.
where I went to school. So, renters namin students. So, I remember that money was really tight. And it was a reality that I just had to accept. But, in our mind, my mom kasi inculcated in us this attitude that we are really princesses.
Oh,
and
right.
we
Diba?
are just having a hard time.
It's a temporary thing. That's very important.
So it now it makes me think that my relationship with the idea of wealth,
yes,
or the idea of money, is that it's really mine. It's really mine if I work hard for it. We were just going through something difficult.
Yeah.
And if we will really move our feet forward with determination, it's all ours. The world was ours. That was how she raised us.
That's great, ha? Kasi sometimes when parents, kumbaga siguro natatakot, napapanik din sila, and then they give out all this negative vibration. It seems like it's the end of the world. And good that your mom was able to inculcate in you na prinsesa ka pa rin. Naka-disguise lang.
Besh, kahit ganun kami kahirap,
diba?
English speaking kami sa bahay. Ganun talaga siya.
Diba?
Oo.
Okay yun. And then,
and because she was
a teacher.
Exactly what I was gonna
Ang dami
say.
kong alam na story sa ganyan. Okay ang teacher parents din. Ano? Kasi para bang...
Your parents were
I know, they
teachers,
were not... Actually, they were teachers at some points in their lives. Pero the longer time, but ganyan din ang mom ko. Siyempre, we also had just enough. Pero parang your value as a person is not measured by your net asset value. Ganun lagi siya. And she always felt abundant. So anyway, so this was may bitterness ka? I mean, during that time, I'm sure may mga cry-cry yan.
The depression and the bitterness. I was a bit depressed as a child because I had father issues. So that's where the bitterness came from. That he was living in a very wealthy environment and we were having a difficult time.
You cannot comprehend. Why are you allowing this to happen?
And I'm by nature, I'm a very protective person.
Oh.
So when I see my mom and my siblings suffer, I hated it.
Not so much for yourself, but
Not
for
so
them?
much for myself,
Ay,
but
talaga.
for them.
Okay.
So, kunwari, my mom would go out. Sometimes in the afternoon, we would go to we didn't go to the mall, di ba? Kasi wala namang pera.
Ay, may mall din.
Meron namang mall. Tapos may mga, some of the places, people go there for shopping also. But what my mom did was go to the park.
Okay.
Okay. So, walang gastos. Maglalakad lang
Parang
kami
nasa
kahit
first world
malayo.
kunwari.
Kahit malayo, maglalakad kami. And then, I remember one instance where my mom didn't have anything nice to wear to go to the park. And I went to the closet. Ay, ikaw talaga, Rose, pinapaiyak mo ko lagi. Ano ba yan? I remember the first time we talked like this, umiyak din ako. So, I looked at the closet and then I said, I was elementary. And I was so protective of my mom. And I felt so bad na kahit damit wala.
Okay.
So, I looked at the closet and I said, okay, I'm gonna create a look for you, ganyan.
Stylist.
So, stylist.
Pinapatawa kita.
Just so
Liz,
she'll feel better.
Liz, okay.
So, it was that protective. Yung mga cry ko was more about that protective relationship. And now that you ask me about that, maybe that also, I carried that until I grew older, until I became a mom. So, it's also, my relationship with money, it's also affected by how I want to protect my kids.
Okay. So, it's your tool of protection.
Yes.
No, it's not really you want to be a billionaire, but it's your tool for protecting your loved ones. Was there like a parang panic or scare na, oh my gosh, is this gonna be, will this disappear again?
Which one?
Yung the money. When things were getting a little bit better, meron ka bang mga instances na parang, oh my God, nakakatakot? Na parang nagiging masyado kang loss averse. That's our topic in the last few weeks. Meron kang ganon?
The only thing that I can remember is, the problem with us kasi, my husband and I, we never had to look for a job actively. Especially in my case. Parang jobs always come to me.
Okay.
So, I've never for myself thought that I'd lose money, and I don't ever panic.
Oh, all right,
I don't panic. Even when we went into some businesses, and then it didn't work out, I always felt in my heart that it will come. Maybe
because that's the effect of your mom,
yes.
no? Na this is just a temporary setback.
Yeah.
So, later on. Tapos, when you started out, syempre, bagets na bagets pa kayo, no? Mga 20?
Yeah.
20.
Happy 20.
20 talaga. Tapos, while you were starting your family, syempre, that's also a big challenge.
Yes.
But you got help. You got help from your...
My sister.
Your
my
mother-in-law?
eldest sister. My mother-in-law and my eldest sister.
So, these people naman, paano naman yung relationship niyo nun? Was there like a blurry... Sometimes kasi, di ba, yung provider of money, magkakaroon ng, hindi masyadong nagkakaintindihan sa pera. Although in your case siguro, since it's a mom, pero sa sister, okay din lang. Younger ka naman, no?
Yes, I was the youngest, she's the eldest, and we were the two closest siblings in the family. I hope none of my other sisters are watching. Selos.
Manjay, oo nga eh.
Manjaling. With my mother-in-law, I felt very insecure because she was a beauty queen.
Rich ba sila?
I think upper middle class.
Yeah.
She had a nice house. She had a good business. She traveled around. She went outside the country for vacations.
Yeah.
So you could say that she was above
average. Yes.
Yeah. So, I was a bit intimidated. And the fact
Tsaka sa gorgeousness,
girl. And sa gorgeousness, because she had apples in her kilikili, you know. When she moved, she was like that. You two will get along.
Sige.
Mga beauty queen.
Talbog ako yata kayo. Talbog ako yata.
Mga beauty queen, tapos yung mga kamay niya nakapilantik,
Wow.
ganyan. And I was in awe of her.
Of
She's
her.
very pretty. She was very different from my mom, who was very simple.
Yeah.
I love my mom, of course. But this was a different human being to
Para
me.
siyang movie star effect.
Para
Beauty
siyang
queen nga
movie
is that
star
yun.
effect. And the fact that
Wait, she was really a beauty queen?
She was.
Okay.
Parang Miss Mindanao, Marawi State University.
Marawi? Oh my God!
Marawi State University.
OMG
Miss
talaga,
MSU
ha?
siya.
Oh my God. So baka
she
kailangan
had that,
sa peace negotiation ngayon.
sanay siya dun sa may corona sa ulo, ganon.
Alam mo, naiiyak din ako. Naalala ko yung Mudra Bells ko. Kasi beauty queen din siya. Pero hindi siya maarte.
Oh, okay.
Hindi ko nga alam eh. Hindi ko rin ma-reconcile. Hindi siya masyadong maarte. Mas maarte yung mga anak niya.
Okay.
Oh, anyway.
Tsaka ko na-analyze bakit. Ayun. So, with my mom-in-law, syempre, the relationship is affected by the fact that we were dependent on her for money
yeah.
at that
How
time.
long was that?
We were, of course, very grateful kasi we couldn't have survived that period without her
Of course.
monthly allowance.
Of course, you were not yet working at that time.
Dan was studying kasi 5-year course. And then I was already working, but
You just
magkano
started,
girl?
yeah.
4,500 ang sweldo, diba? So,
19 ano yun?
95.
Ah, okay. Ako, I remember my first salary. Hulaan mo.
Ano?
2,000 pesos.
19 ano to?
1985.
Wow!
May premium na yun kasi honor graduate.
Wow, grabe,
Mga parang
no?
200 pesos.
So, the cost of living was really low.
I think so. But you know, Far East Bank naman was really not known to really pay well.
yeah.
I mean, but the training was good. So, and that's where I met my honey. Pumunta pa rin tayo sa lab talaga pag nag-umisap tayo. Okay,
yeah.
so continue. So, mother-in-law.
So, the effect, I think, was that nahihiya ako. Kunwari, she would say something na this should be how you raise your child.
Oh, naku,
or
yun ang mga
this is the
mahihirap.
brand that you buy.
Okay.
Na ganyan. You will always follow her.
Yeah.
Talaga. Not because pinipilit niya sa'yo yung gusto niya, but because you know that you're dependent on her.
Yes,
So
that's true.
there's nothing wrong with this.
Yeah.
You
And
know, with this
she didn't
situation.
impose,
She did not
but it
impose.
took it upon
She was
herself.
very generous. She never told us na you have to pay this all back. None of that at all.
Yeah.
It was just, she was there to help us out.
Yan yung sinasabi, Salve, na he who has the gold rules. Diba? Very subtly, it was happening to you even if she wasn't
Yes,
saying
yes,
anything.
yes.
So, yun. But anyway, it became, walang naging big issue naman.
Wala naman
It
with
transitioned
money.
naman smoothly when you became independent.
Independent, yes.
When did you become independent? After how many years of marriage?
Siguro mga 5. When we both started working, hindi naman 5. Kasi Dan started working a year after. So, I think mga a year and a half,
Ah, okay.
we asked her
Mabilis
to
naman.
stop sending. Kasi we didn't want to be a burden. Kahit na papaano, di ba?
So, may pride and
But still.
beauty.
Yes.
Diba?
Oo. And my mother-in-law was very understanding.
Oo.
Na she did not also
Ang yabang
say
niya.
na dapat tumira ka sa akin. Kasi siya mismo, she was the one who said, you know what, I want you to live independently because
Yes,
I
that's
know
good.
that you need the skill to take care of your family. So,
So what? In a year and a half, you
in
were...
a year and a half, I
That's
think,
good.
when Dan started receiving salary,
Oo.
we asked her to stop sending. From time to time, we would need, kunwari may nagkasakit kasi the
Oo.
emergency fund wasn't
Wala
there
pa.
yet.
Yes.
Oo. And at that time, what did I know about personal finance? I was not born with those lessons in my head. So, but we slowly started cutting the umbilical cord.
Yeah. I like that. That's a lesson for those who, you know, you started na you're still depending on your in-laws or your own parents because of some circumstances, but there was this discipline from you to say, okay, stop na. Kasi di ba mahirap din stop yun eh.
Yes.
Kasi di ba, it will not hurt. I mean, pandagdag sa, kahit sabihin mo, pandagdag sa savings ko, but then, it also forced you to be independent.
Yes.
Na, tapos, okay na, hindi na ako bibili ng brand na gusto niya. Hindi na ako bibili ng brand na gusto niya.
But we continued.
Kasi, hindi,
she
joke
had
ko
to
yun
face
na parang, okay, parang nawala ka rin doon sa invisible shackles that you were feeling without her really imposing on you. Meron akong mga questions dito. I would just intersperse it with the discussion. They would like to find, somebody said, si Joy, what's a typical day for Miss Salve? Today na yan. Bumalik siya dito
today na
sa
mamalik ako ng
present.
today. I wake up very early.
Okay. What time is
4
very early?
a.m.
Oh, what time do you sleep?
Mga 10.
Okay.
Then, I wake up at 12.
Bakit? May ganon?
I look at, sometimes I like
You
to
check
read. I check the news.
Okay. So, meron kang 10 to 12, tapos
and then I
12 to
sleep
4. Okay.
And then 4 o'clock,
Uh-huh.
I start. Kasi I read three published, hindi lahat books. Sometimes, kunwari, The Economist, I read that on a daily basis. And then, I choose, right now, I'm still in the, ano tawag nito? Yung poverty na book, which I forgot.
It's a book that you're reading about poverty.
Si Asemuglu, tsaka si...
Ano siya?
No, this is the best-selling book on
Asemuglu?
Why Nations Fail.
Okay.
I'm still there. So, I have three published stuff that I read on a daily basis. And I want to, kahit
What's
na
the third
konti
one?
lang.
What's the third one?
The other one is a book on speeches. Oo. So, those things, and then I read the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Investopedia, and then I have all of those.
You read Investopedia every
Yeah,
day?
I do. One article per day. And then I watch one TED Talks every day also.
Okay.
So, it takes mga 2 hours
In
of
the
my
morning?
time. In the morning, before I start my day.
Okay.
Takes 2 hours.
So, that's 4 to 6.
4 to 6. And then at 6 o'clock, I start taking care of the kids.
Okay. Do you cook?
Yes, I do. Weekends.
All right.
Not anymore on a daily
On a daily basis, do you still prepare their baon?
Not anymore. No.
Okay.
I have an angel who helps me with that.
Do you bring...
But I try as hard as I can to bring them to where they need to go. Because the
Di ba dati
conversations in
ikaw
the car,
yung-
ako yung driver.
Hindi na ngayon? Hindi na daily?
Si
Pero nakakainit
ate
na
kasi.
ulo.
Yeah, but
The
the
traffic.
conversations in the car is
Yes.
nice.
And it's
when
a regular day. It's
Yes.
ako, I really like the flavor of a regular day conversation because you really see the flavor of your children. Hindi pwedeng weekend lang. Iba yung,
That's right.
Iba yung guards natin.
Yung temperament, nalalaman mo. And then, when their guards are down kasi...
Yes. At saka, that's also their daily routine. So, if you can catch like a stressful weekday,
Yeah.
yung mga ganun. Okay, so naghatid ka na.
When I'm in the car, for instance, I don't have anyone with me. Instead of reading The Economist, I listen. Kasi there's an app, diba,
Yeah.
that you can just listen to the podcast.
Ako nga Audible.
Oo, para sayang kasi ng traffic,
Oo.
time and traffic. So, after that, I bring them to wherever they wanna go. Or sometimes, right now, what we're doing is because it's summer, the kids are having piano lessons.
Okay.
And
I
because,
saw that post
because I wasn't able to play the piano when I was young, I started
Now?
having lessons with
Okay,
them.
mamaya tugtog ka.
Ay, di ba? As in elementary, kasi
Okay.
dream ko lang yon when I was younger. And then, that's it. And then I go to my consultancies with the Office of the Vice President.
You're there ba on a daily basis?
Almost now. Because she's very busy and we are working on so many things.
What's this? In the morning pa lang?
In the morning.
Until afternoon?
It depends. Sometimes I have meetings outside or I have consultations outside also, and then I come back.
Okay. Tapos you have
It's
dinner
very fluid.
together? Yeah.
Yes. Dinner together with the kids, and then we read a book. And then I tuck them in bed. And then I read once more before
si
I sleep.
Alex?
Not anymore. She has her own life now.
Oh yeah,
She's
but she still lives
22.
with you.
Yes.
She graduated, right?
Graduating.
Ito na.
Yes.
Congratulations,
finishing her
Alex.
thesis.
Oh, yeah.
Right this very moment.
Galingan mo, ha? So, ang weekend naman,
Ang weekend are lazy days talaga. There are days
pwedeng hindi maligo, nakapajama,
Pwedeng hapon.
ganun.
Hapon maligo. Hindi ko yata kaya yung hindi maligo.
Oily.
Ayun. So, anything goes on weekends. Sometimes we eat out. But that's not very often because we're very kuripot. And we actually like eating at home.
And that's when you cook, you
Yes.
said, pag weekend.
Pag weekends. Sometimes we watch movies.
Diba?
At
Kaya
home?
walang kamatayan.
Oo nga eh.
Walang
With
kamatayan
Netflix
Star
pati.
Wars. Star Wars nga ba?
Yes.
Walang kamatayan. Tell them how many times you watched
Hindi
that
ko na
movie.
I really...
You've lost count
I've
already.
lost count.
Oh my God. Okay.
Star Wars movie buffs. Ayan, so
Your
that's it.
youngest is how
Baloo,
old now?
8 years old.
Oh, 8. So he's in grade
3
3
coming.
already. This coming school year. O, isa pang tanong. Oh, maganda to. What is your greatest frustration in what you're doing right now? By Mark. Parang alam ko sagot mo.
Oh
Pero
my
sige,
God.
I will let you.
By ano? By-
What is your greatest frustration in what you're doing right now? Does it start with the letter S? It's a 4-letter word.
I don't know if I'm allowed to speak like this, but it has something to do with the political scenario. A lot of the things that we do, even in the advocacy of financial literacy, is colored by how leadership in the country is really being done right now. And while we are very supportive, of course, because when somebody is already, it's clearly voted for by the people,
Yeah.
then you know that he has the mandate.
Yes.
And when we say that we are frustrated, it's also our way of saying that we support you by telling you that you could do better.
Yes.
Something like that. There's so many things that we want to do on the ground level, like helping the poor. Oh my gosh, I now made another neural connection.
Oh.
With my relationship with money is protecting my loved ones. Even my work in On the Money is protecting the laylayan.
By the way, she came up with that.
Oh,
The hemline.
The laylayan.
The
Kasi
laylayan.
even this, I don't see this as something that gives me money. It's more about increasing financial literacy and financial education so that people who were like me before could rise out of that situation on their own. They don't need talaga naman mga government help, or you don't need to be dependent on another person or another
You just
family
need the
or an
government.
OFW.
Yeah, you just need the government to put the infrastructure there
Yes.
so that you can, wherever you are, because talaga namang hindi po tayo pare-pareho ng starting line.
Yes.
So, wag na nating i-dream na, ay, dapat parang race, pare-pareho. Hindi naman ganun eh. That's not what life is all
Equality
about.
of-
So, wherever you're starting from, the big help that we can get really from the government is to have things in place na,
Yes.
di ba?
It's an
Pwede
enabler.
ka, oo.
It's an enabler, but you have to do the work
Kaya
yourself.
wag nang asa ng asa.
Yes.
Di ba?
So, but when the political scenario is so constricting of your human rights, when it makes you stop speaking for yourself, when it hurts you, when you try to express what you feel is right, then I fear that there will be a time when it will be difficult for those marginalized people to be able to help themselves even.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're really thinking about the impact on the poor. The middle class, the higher middle class, they'll find a way. Especially the 1%.
Yes.
They'll get richer in this
Yes.
kind of political scenario.
Ma-irritate lang sa konti, di ba? Inis ng konti, pero it's the same meals, it's the same comforts. You're right. So, laylayan. #laylayan talaga. And of course, the one that I was thinking of a while ago is that your passion for combating the scams, di ba?
Yeah.
So, yun din. Ito din naman kuminsan, di ba? There was a conversation we had in the past na sometimes, alam naman ng tao parang feeling lang nila they will be able to get out before the music stops. Diyos ko yan na naman That's what, in behavioral economics, we always feel as if we are above average. Sa totoo lang, we're not. So, act as if you're not. Huwag ka nang, di ba? Yung mga nakikiosyoso, alam ko namang yun Kaya lang, feeling niya, makakalabas siya.
Or it's aspirational. People want to be part of that group which is they think is above average, because people are always thinking there's a secret investment instrument, that's why they're all rich. And you want to be in on it para feeling rich ka rin.
Sabihin
diba?
nga natin sa kanila, pag meron naman nagsasabi-sabi sa inyo na, alam mo yung nati-turn off ako, this is just personal. Yung mga they're trying to recruit you, papakitaan ka ng mga
Check.
ito yung check ko, 1 month only, tapos ito yung kotse ko. Turn off talaga ako doon.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, this is screaming.
You know why you're so turned off? Because you know that it's not about the money that you make. It's about the money that you keep. And all of these people, and I've been in those groups, right? At some point in my life, I started doing,
Network.
network marketing and ganyan. And yeah, I've said this over and over again. There are network marketers that are so professional, and you really want to be with their team because they do this with ethics.
Yeah.
They are matino and mahusay, and But so many people misunderstand what it's all about. So they think it's all about flaunting their checks, and it's all about showing their cars.
Kaya
And it's
nga
really not, because at the end of the day, they have more debt than they have income.
Exactly. So, please lang may mga telltale signs
So,
naman yan.
kung i-recruit nyo si Rose, kayo
Huwag kayong pakita sa akin ng mga kotse.
Or cars, diba?
Diba? Parang, that's a real turn off to me. But really, if you closely look at the model of network marketing, maganda naman siya.
Yes.
Kaya lang, it's being abused, and then it's being used to lure the people using their weaknesses. Naaawa talaga ako pagka ganyan. Tapos yung bili ka ng bili na, ikaw na yung mamimili ng product.
Para lang magkaroon ka ng cheque.
Oh, diba? Diyos ko, Lord.
So, if you know finance, you'll realize that you're going down the drain.
Another question from Lisa. What money values were changed when you became a mom? Siguro young mom si Lisa.
What money values were changed? Okay. I cannot say about the protection kasi was there even before. So that has
Siguro it was
hasn't changed.
emphasized.
More emphasized because there's this new fascinating being that you need to take care of, and
Totally dependent on you.
So baka the intensity went up.
Yeah.
Yung protective, using
So, yun
money
ka
as
na,
a tool to
lumala
protect.
pa, no?
Yeah, ganon. So, at some point, because we wanted really a house, just to explain to you how it went.
Yeah,
we were
that's a
renting.
good story.
We were renting. I think we were in our third house that we were
Already?
renting.
Alright.
And then we said, the previous year, we said 0 debt for this year. And I think November, naka-zero debt na kami. So we were very happy. And then the year after that, our goal was car. And then we got it. And then we wanted a house. But we had to save up for down payment.
Yes.
We didn't want...
Yung mga 30% ba?
Yeah.
Do you remember more or less? Okay.
So what I did was really to look at the budget. And then it was my protective instinct. The kids needed a house. They needed to thrive in a place that's private.
How many were they at that time?
At that time, 2. Kasi I gave birth... Oh, no. 3 na. I gave birth to Blue in that house.
Alright.
So,
Wait. So you were thinking after 2 kids because you gave birth?
Yes.
Parang pareho tayo.
Ayun.
After 2 kids, parang skip na dito.
Diba? And then, I didn't want to move again and again and again. Kasi as you have more kids, you need more space, and then you have to look for another house. So we wanted a home of our own. But of course, income would not really go up very quickly to give you that space to get down payment. So what I did was I reduced the expenses. So instead of going to the grocery, for instance, I bought all of my wet market in Balintawak.
Oh, okay.
So 30% to 50% reduction in cost.
Wow.
So syempre, we eat a lot. Diba? So in the budget, we were able to, what we did was, all my income went to the house fund.
Okay.
So we lived on one income only.
Yes.
So parang
Single
50-50.
income. That's good.
Yeah.
Do you share the same money values with Dan?
Actually, he's more kuripot than me.
Okay.
Especially when he's going to buy a gadget.
Dan, ha?
And then, but ano nga ba? Yeah, he's very careful also, and he has this innate ugali to save before buying something.
Yeah, dapat naman eh.
Oo, yeah.
Naiba natin
Filipinos
yan.
yun, iba na
Naiba natin yan because of credit.
Oo, like,
Parang
people travel,
loose.
di ba, with Facebook. I'm in blah, blah, blah. I'm in ganyan. Look at me. This is my selfie in whatever. So, people now are so pressured to go outside the country without savings. So, they pay for it with credit cards, and then they come home and deal with it.
Exactly. You know, I was surprised na. I saw these statistics that the millennials now, they have, so the age brackets, I can't remember the exact naka-group into 3. So, syempre, nandun ako sa mga medyo mas matatanda na. Yung pinakabata.
naman.
Yung pinakabata, 286,000 debt.
Oh my.
What the heck? Sabi ko, paano nagkaroon ng debt yan ng ganyang kalaki? Tapos it goes
Gano'ng kabata ba yun?
I'm gonna look for it and put it in the comments. Kasi parang mga 20s to 30s, yun yung pinakamalaki. And it was really surprising for me because during my time, before you could get a credit card, dapat may co-maker ka pa na mas malaking sweldo sa'yo.
Mas stringent yung requirements.
And now they just give out credit cards left and right. So, nagkakaroon na, nawawala
just get it
yung
in the
discipline.
mail, even if you haven't applied.
Exactly.
Which is actually bawal.
Okay, can you say that?
Yeah, the central bank a couple of years ago. So,
hello to Nesting!
Yes, congratulations.
Our incoming Bako Central.
Oh, diba?
Oh, diba?
Yes.
If you want to find out the childhood money memory of Nesting, go to the link. Okay, you were saying it's bawal.
Yeah, mga 5 years ago, the central bank came up with a memorandum circular telling banks not to issue a credit card if the person did not apply for it. Even if the bank, for instance, of course they know their balance.
Is this new?
No. 5 years ago pa to, more or less.
But they're still doing it.
Yes. Kunwari, the bank knows your balance. Let's say you have a 1 million balance. It's so easy for them to look at the balance and then send you credit cards because they know you have the money. But even that is bawal.
Oh my God. So we should. So what can
you
we
can
do?
report.
We can report.
You can report to the central bank. Show them your documentation and tell them that this was sent to you in the mail.
5 years ago pa pala yan. Okay, another question. Who's your favorite finance guru or inspiration from Cecil?
Oh, that's Warren Buffett.
Why?
My penultimate dream is to write a book with him.
Wow! Everybody can drink. Do you know that Warren Buffett is also 87 years old? Same year as our moms. Talaga yung mga trivia
maybe
ko,
yung generation na yun, there's something there.
Because even George Soros, nandun sila sa age bracket niya.
See, Warren Buffett, apart from the fact that he's one of the richest person in the planet, when you read the book Snowball, his biography, you will realize the values that he has. He still lives in the same house.
Although he has a lot more.
He has a lot more, but he lives in the same house. His car's plate is thrifty. He drives, maybe not anymore because he's old na, baka may driver na siya now. But before, he drove himself. And then when he would only get, students would come to Omaha and then get toured by Warren Buffett. He would pick them up himself from the airport.
Warren, why didn't you reply to my letter? I wrote to you years ago. Nagsawalo. Kasi, ano ko rin yan eh. Meron lang ako mga hindi gusto.
Of course, nobody's perfect.
Of course,
diba?
ako din
You
naman.
can't please everyone.
There's a weird arrangement about the
With his wife, yes, with his wife. Oh,
Pero
but you know what?
although it's the wife naman who initiated it
Exactly.
because she always felt that si Warren had to be taken care of.
Yes,
So parang in-arrange niya na meron na magte-take care dun sa asawa niya when she goes because she got sick, di ba? Parang close kami ni Susie.
But you know what? I found that arrangement unconventional.
Very.
But shows exactly what was in their hearts. They all loved each other.
Yes. Three-way. Hindi ko care yun, girl. Well, we don't know their exact circumstances. And there's also something really amazing about him. Diba, he's 87 years old and he looks well, but he drinks cherry coke every single day. My God.
I don't know how he can
It's
deal
the
with
genes,
sugar.
It's the genes. And what I also really like about Uncle Warren, ayun ang tawag ko, kay Uncle Warren, is that yung kanyang philanthropy, hindi na siya, ganun yata pag very secure na. He could have just made his own foundation, but sabi niya, no, just give it to Bill and Melinda because they know exactly what they're doing and they're very good at it.
That's also how he decides on his investments, diba? Yung core competence.
Yeah.
So, in his mind, instead of creating new companies, he'd rather invest his money on people who are in a business that they know very well.
And he doesn't go to business with you if he doesn't trust you.
Yes.
Okay, ngayon, sagutin mo naman. Bigyan mo naman kami ng mga FQ report tips mo.
Okay. You'll find me very weird. Di ba we women use a lot of beauty products? Tapos, yung tube,
Ng ano?
ng whatever. Like it's a moisturizer, whatever. As long as it's in a tube form, I cut it pa. Just
parang nabuhay sa gera.
Pero alam nyo, it's very interesting when you open it. There's still a lot there. So sayang, lalo na if you buy expensive.
Ginagawa ko yan pagka naubusan ako. Pero ikaw, as a matter of
I do. Kahit na maliliit na tube.
Good. And that would extend the use for like a few more days, right?
No, even mga weeks pa nga. Like, let's say, kasi one time, pinakita ko talaga sa mga tao, I cut it. Tingnan nyo, 1 week pa yan. Lalo na if you're using an expensive product for your face, let's say a moisturizer. Yeah. And sometimes, at our age, you need something that really works. And sometimes, what really works are pricey.
Yeah, okay.
So, bakit ka magtatapon? Buksan mo na lang. Wala namang
I can imagine yung toothpaste mo. Ako matipid ako doon. Di ba yung iba, they just press anywhere?
Yeah,
ako I hate that. Doon ako sa ilalim.
That's another curipot. That's another curipot. I learned from my my friends who are in the beauty business.
Sino the one who does your makeup?
The one who does my makeup, the one who does my hair. I asked them what to do. People misuse. Kunwari, hair products.
Sige nga, baka.
You just need a pea-size thing for your conditioner.
Yes.
Not a very big one.
Yeah.
Yun. So,
how about the shampoo? Anong style nila? You know what I do with the shampoo? Ilocano.
Curipot talaga.
Ganyan din, konti. And then, I put it in the yung tabo with water.
And that's even better.
Yeah, kasi di ba kung minsan pag ipaplok mo doon, di nandito.
Correct.
Tapos yung iba wala.
Nalalagas pa yung hair mo because some of them are
so you do that also. I put it in the tabo and
ayun.
Magkakasunod
small
tayo.
little things.
So, but the cutting, sige, gagawin ka regular. Baka madagdagan yung investment.
Ay, nako.
Yung dami ko pang gustong pag-usapan, but that's all the time that we have now. Pero itutuloy natin to over lunch.
Sure.
We will be eating organically grown.
Okay, tama yan. Para pumayat ako.
Healthy
okay,
tayo.
Very good.
So anyway.
Pwede bang dito kumain everyday?
Sige ba? Ikaw ang guest namin everyday. I really hope that you learned from our very, very fun discussion with Salve Duplito today. As we said, marami na talagang complications sa relationship. But the higher you want your FQ to be, the deeper you should go into your FQ foundation. And this usually entails going back to your childhood money memory. So gawin nyo yun, and if there are things that you're not very happy about, tweak it a little and use your core values as your guide in rebooting your relationship with money. So the next time that I ask you, how's your relationship with money, sasagutin niyo na ako ng, it's great, di ba? So, we wish all of you a high FQ and a really, really deep foundation in building your FQ. So, Salve, join me! Cheers to high FQ!